Hi guys, welcome back to my page. I'm the Reflective Perspective Oracle. Today I asked Spirit what kind of reading should we do, Spirit, and the card Unconditional Love popped out. So the question of the day is, how can we better unconditionally love ourselves at this moment in time? So we've got 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1, this piece of pink and white Rhodonite. Pile 2, this piece of rose quartz. And finally, pile 3, this pink and black Rhodonite, okay? So intuitively choose your pile, whichever your eye is drawn to, and let's get started with pile number 1. So for my pile 1 people, if you chose this pink and white Rhodonite, let's see how you can unconditionally love yourself more at this time. So Spirit's coming through to say that you, pile 1, you could learn to unconditionally love yourself a little bit more by stepping more into your authenticity, releasing any sort of mask that you feel like you need to wear in order to be, around certain people, in certain situations. Maybe as of late you've been feeling like you need to, maybe you're analyzing like, why do I feel like I need to wear these masks all the time? Why do I feel like I need to be somebody I'm not, right? And so Spirit's really encouraging you to, flip your perception on that. Take a look at why it is you feel you need to do that. Even if it is people that you deem to be like very important to you, people that you love with all your heart and soul, because sometimes those people in our lives, even though they love us so much, they influence what we do and how we feel and the decisions that we make. And sometimes it's, it really influences us and we don't choose something authentically for us. Even, it might be going against the grain of what everybody else is saying that you should do. But Spirit's really saying here that, like, in order to invite more unconditional love into your life at this time for yourself, you really got to flip the script here and ask yourself why it is that you feel the need to wear these masks with these people and to be something that you're not, right? Also, we've got the what room are you in card here, and this talks about how, if we live in the past or the future, there's a lot of suffering in that. There's, some turmoil, mental turmoil, right? But if we can, bring ourselves more into the present moment and be more mindful and step into the observer position, we're better able to see, what it is that's happening in this now moment. And in this now moment, that's where the least suffering occurs, right? So, maybe even this is an old habit of yours and you're judging yourself for that, and you're wanting to step in the future, but you're having step into the future with a new approach, a new way of being, and maybe you're a little bit concerned about how you're going to be received, right? But the thing is that in order to unconditionally love yourself, like, you're going to be unapologetic about, who you're becoming and how that looks for you. And you're not even really responsible for being the same person you were 5 minutes ago, let alone 5 years ago, right? We're always changing, we're always growing, and, the right people, places, and situations are going to stick around. So Spirit's asking you not to worry about, what's to come or what's behind, just to, take off that mask, flip the perception here, look at it from a different standpoint and understand that the more you step into your authenticity, the more the correct people, places, and situations are going to be in alignment with you. And this is how you can better unconditionally love yourself at this moment in time, pile 1. So I hope that resonated for you. Moving on to pile number 2, if you chose this piece of rose quartz. Let's see how you can better unconditionally love yourself at this time. Spirit's asking that you, well, actually they're making a point as to say that, you're coming out of this energy of chapter 7, and if you haven't already, you will be, if you can look at, what energy you're being called to step into. That's pretty much what's happening here. So Ladies Who Lunch, it isn't just about ladies, it's also about men. It's just a boss energy, okay? Somebody who knows what they want and knows that they can have it, okay? So kind of stepping out of that lack mentality, stepping out of the, I can't, I'm not good enough, I don't think I can do that, I don't have the background or the skills or the education, but really putting yourself into these positions in order to, you know, learn what it is you need to learn, do what it is you need to do, you know, educating yourself, or, you know, just knowing that, you know, regardless of any circumstance, you can have something, you can be, do, or have anything you want. And so Spirit's saying, in order to unconditionally love yourself more at this time, please step more into this energy and walk away from the old energy that holds you back, that holds you in fear, that holds you in, you know, and you've done this a few times. Let's put it this way, okay? Chapter 7 refers to a chapter that you've read 1,000 times. It also says that if you're comfortable there, then and you're aware of this, then remain there for sure. But with the cards that are laid out here, it's saying it's the opposite case of like, you're done with this chapter and you're ready to move into this energy. And so I think you're very close, if not already there, because Spirit's saying, don't worry about it, it'll sort itself out, as if to say, you know, you just need to, you know, face your true north, right? And then we've got hair straight back, which means like, approach things from a place of joy and love, and go hair straight back, like to the extreme, okay? You know, don't do anything too crazy, but, you know, just make bold moves, right? And do it full steam ahead. And then that way, you know, that is unconditionally loving yourself and really truly believing in what it is you want, that you can have this no matter what, that the past doesn't need to hold you back anymore. And by worrying, I mean, worrying never solved anything, right? I think we all know that. So the advice here, pile 2, is to better unconditionally love yourself at this time. Really step into this boss energy. Know that it is possible for you. You are more than capable. There's zero need to worry about it, okay? Because it's all going to sort itself out as long as you keep your eye on the prize, you keep facing your true north, and you really know that everything in the past that you already went through, it served you, it taught you everything you need to know in order to get into this energy, and you're ready for this. So that is how Spirit is saying you can better unconditionally love yourself at this time. And also, oh yes, to unconditionally love and thank everything that got you into this energy, okay? Having gratitude for all the lessons, maybe all the pain and the hurt and the heartache, or the hard work that you felt like you needed to do, but thank it, right? Have unconditional love for all the versions of you that got you to this moment in time. So that is how you can better unconditionally love yourself, pile number 2. And finally, if you chose pile number 3, this piece of pink and black Rhodonite, let's see how Spirit says you can better unconditionally love yourself at this time. So pile 3, Spirit's saying that you can better unconditionally love yourself by taking a step back and looking at the big picture of this entire situation. I'm being drawn to this chalkboard here, and you know, maybe you were too close to see the plays. You have to excuse me, too much coffee. You have to take a step back and look at the chalkboard from a distance in order to see the whole play, the whole story, right? I feel as though pile 3, you quite possibly have been maybe sort of settling for less. You've been stuck in an energy where you were maybe comfortable in the uncomfortability of what it is you've been experiencing. And what I mean by that is that sometimes we sabotage ourselves. We get in our own way. We self-sabotage because anything better than what we've experienced up until now in our lives, like, you know, it scares you a bit. You know, success can be scary for someone who's used to just, you know, what they're used to. And quite possibly you could have been used to, you know, maybe sharing too much of yourself, you know, not having very firm boundaries, okay? Just always overextending, oversharing yourself with people, really feeling as though you always have to explain yourself, that kind of thing. But, you know, Spirit's really saying here that your intuition is on point and it knows that it's time to move on from this energy. So how can you better unconditionally love yourself at this time? By taking a step back and looking at the big picture and knowing that, you know, you stayed in this place of settling for a long time, long enough that, you know, you've learned the lessons from it. It served you, you know, to find gratitude and unconditional love for that. Okay. To understand that you had to maybe get burned a few times by, you know, having weaker boundaries. And when I say weak, I don't mean that you're weak. I mean, your boundaries, maybe you felt as though you needed to always overshare and, you know, overcompensate for, I don't know. You didn't really fully believe in yourself. You really didn't fully believe that you were worthy of having reciprocity in relationships. So you always felt you needed to overextend yourself and do most of the work in the relationships, or, you know, really have to explain to someone how it was that you needed them to be a part of your life, or how it was you needed them to love you, that kind of thing. But Spirit's saying, you know, take a bigger look at take a step back. Don't look so closely at this. Stop questioning yourself so much. Your intuition is telling you it's time to move on from this, and know that you're ready to not block yourself from all the success that is wanting to come in for you, pile number 3, okay? This is how you can better unconditionally love yourself at this time. Yeah, my eye just keeps on being drawn to the son of a bitch card. You got to take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. What it is you've learned up to this point, how much it serves you, unconditionally love that part of you, love all the situations that got you to this point of not wanting to settle anymore, knowing that it's time to move on, knowing you deserve more, that you shouldn't have to explain yourself constantly to people that are in your life, right? Because the right ones will stay and the wrong ones will go. And nobody is really right or wrong for you. We always manifest and bring into our lives who we need in our lives. But I'm just saying that this isn't time to play small ball anymore. This is what Spirit's saying, you know, like you're ready for bigger and better things. There's no need to be afraid of that. And you already know it's time to move on from this. Your intuition has been telling you this for a while. So this is how you can better unconditionally love yourself, pile 3. You are worth it. You know, just take a look at this self-sabotage here and really ask yourself, you know, are we going to stay here for forever? You know, are we going to have this attitude of, at least it's not as bad as last time, I'll just stay here, it's comfortable here? But obviously you're not comfortable in it, okay? So take a step back, listen to your intuition, unconditionally love all the parts of you that got you to here and all the people that got you to here, and then you'll be better able to move on to whatever it is, all this new success that's waiting for you over here in this next card. So I hope that resonated for you, pile number 3. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my page. If you're interested in the Mystical Magical Mirror Reflective Perspective booklet and deck, there's a link in my bio to our new Etsy store where you can find yourself a deck. Also, if you're interested in a private reading, I am available for that as well. Thank you guys so much for coming, and have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you soon.